Coach Reg and Coach Boo. What's good, y'all?
Hey, what's cracking, B?
Doing what we do, man. That's, keep these fighters ready, keeping them ready, man. That's our job.
All right, what y'all got on tap? Anybody got a fight coming up?
Avery Sparrow and Rashid Jefferson. We got something coming up.
Okay. Last time I seen Avery was the controversial loss to Supernova.
Right.
Yeah, I thought he won that fight, yo. I thought he won that fight.
I thought he won it too. I just thought he let his foot up off the gas pedal. But I still thought he won the fight.
Didn't he take the fight in like
2 week notice.
2 weeks notice?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an impressive performance for 2 weeks notice, man.
Well, Avery got experience and he got skills. So.
Now, your fighter Raymond Ford.
Right.
Last time I seen, I think Canelo versus Calvin Smith undercard.
Right.
He knocked the kid out.
7th round.
7th round?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was supposed to be a step-up fight, right?
Yeah. Actually, both fights. The fight before that and that last fight.
Why is it now that he's starting to get knockouts when before he would put the guys down, but they would get up?
Well, now he's learning more. He's growing mentally, and he's learning more how to place his shots instead of just throwing punches. So he's learning now how to place his shots.
What's next? He's 8-0.
Yeah, 8-0.
Like, what are you looking for? You looking for another step up, another prospect, or?
No, just gonna keep growing. Just gonna keep growing. Whatever they send at us, man, is just, we get in the gym, we get prepared, and we just do our job. That's it.
Now, recently he was in camp with Shakur Stevenson.
Right.
How important is it for him, being a young fighter, to be in there with experienced guys, world champions, sparring?
Oh, it's great. It's great. Getting all the experience and learning. Shakur is one of the top fighters in the world. He's a great fighter. One of the best out there. So him being in camp with Shakur is amazing.
Now, Coach Boo, speaking of Avery Sparrow, he was supposed to fight Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is coming off of a spectacular knockout against Luke Campbell. Is that a fight that you still want?
Oh, that's facts. If it come across the table, we'll take it. But, yeah, definitely fight him, man.
Okay. How would you think Garcia is going to fare against Gervonta Davis? Because that's the fight that they're talking about is going to be next.
I got Gervonta. I got Tank.
Knockout or decision?
Yeah.
Reg, who wins that fight?
Tank. If he get hit like Luke Campbell hit him, he won't get back up.
Tank definitely going to finish.
Tank get that shot, he won't get back up.
Bullshit.
He won't.
Bullshit.
He won't.
Who you got?
Ryan Garcia.
We gonna bet buddy what they do.
How Tank gonna get inside?
We gonna bet somebody what they do.
You gotta understand.
We gonna bet some bread.
Ryan Garcia hit just like Tank or harder.
Nah.
No.
The thing about it, no. This is what you better realize. This is what you better realize. Everything that everybody was proving is that we wanted to see. To the boxing fans and the Mexican fans, he got dropped, he get back, yeah. But to the boxing fans and the fighters, we seen when he never got touched. And what happened when he gonna get touched? He goes down. So that's one part of his game and aspect that was exposed.
Gervonta Davis gonna get inside.
He gets touched. Y'all got touched by Campbell a lot of times. And
Before
Campbell seen it like this the whole time.
Campbell's just
Bro,
taller than him.
and he did the same thing to
Taller
Linares.
than him.
He did to Linares and got right in there.
Tank will not be able to
Bro,
fucking get inside.
Hell no, bro. Hell no. Ryan Garcia is a kid, bro.
Bro.
Yo, look, Ryan Garcia got dropped.
having the fucking power.
No. Put it like this. All right. No, put it like this. Ryan Garcia got dropped by Campbell. He's a gold medalist in the Olympics.
War with the
Bro,
motherfucking 122.
he's a gold medalist in the Olympics. He dropped the man on his arm. He tried to catch himself. He couldn't even catch himself. He's out. He didn't even try for 10 seconds to 15 seconds to jump on this man. He's a gold medalist in the Olympics. He didn't even try to get him out of there. He
My
let him off
point
the hook.
exactly. Ryan Garcia
So
too strong.
So when Tank touch him and when Tank jump on his ass, that shit is
You
over
hear
with.
me?
And if I had jumped on his ass, that should have been over with.
he was
Now if
still
anybody else
causing-
jump on his ass, that shit is
He
over
was
with.
still
bro.
causing
He
from
can't beat nobody that's on the elite level, bro. He can't beat Gary. He can't beat Gary coming up. He can't beat Tank. He
he
can't
was
beat
still
Dev. He can't
causing
beat
because
Tiafimo.
he
He
know-
can't beat nobody.
because he know
And
Ryan
that's why he
Garcia
ducked.
had that
And that's
power.
why he ducked me. Because he knew he was getting knocked
You
out.
ducked him.
I ain't ducking, they locked me up.
Yeah, you.
His lawyer
motherfucking criminal.
his lawyer called.
How the
and
fuck
said
you
that
gonna
shit.
go around with a fucking big ass warrant talking
Who
about
know I had a
somebody
fucking warrant?
ducked me? Nigga, you ducked yourself. You had the warrant.
I'm done.
Ave, is that the one that got away?
Yeah.
You feel like you would have been the one to get him?
Yeah, he got away.
He definitely
Absolutely, and they know that. That's why they put the
He
fence
would have got
in.
him.
He was in shape that
He would have
fight.
got him. He definitely would have got
The
him.
most I ever seen that nigga in my life, and I knew him since he was a baby, beating up his dad.
We were like 2 pounds underweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was shit like a motherfucker. That's like,
Yo, that was I really wanted to see that one. I felt like they made a mistake in the matchmaking. though.
Yeah, and then they realized it, and they doubled back and say, "Hey, they found a loophole and
Get him out the
exploded
way.
it." Yeah, they definitely did. But you know, it's an ongoing situation, so we can't speak too details about it. But you know, it is what it is.
Okay. Do you feel like Ryan is the dark horse in the division?
I feel like Ryan's a bum, and they giving him guys that he's supposed to beat. Like he's not. He didn't fight nobody. Luke Campbell's a turkey. He didn't jump on him at the 15 for at least 5 to 10
Yeah,
seconds.
but
Come on, bro. You didn't. You fought all around the world and was a gold medalist. And you mean to tell me you hurt a kid and don't even try for 10 seconds? Even journeyman's cab drivers try to knock somebody out when they get him hurt. He didn't even try. They let the kid off the hook, man. I just want to know how much they paid Duno and how much they paid Luke. That's all I want to know. And then I'd be cool. Just tell me how much they paid him, and then I'll be cool.
He said what I was thinking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How much they-
Y'all think it was a work?
Yeah.
How much they paying? How much they paying?
Yo, he definitely caught Ryan with a good shot. But Ryan did show me something about bouncing back.
No. I definitely was impressed. I was impressed by his comeback.
Hold on, he right
but yeah, that was for Campbell. That was for Campbell. Let him come back in the fight. And if it was anybody else that was hungry and that has the drive, it wouldn't have went like that. It wouldn't have went like that. And I feel like Luke could have got up from the body shot. But he didn't. He quit. So,
All right, so that's your division. It's loaded. It's the most talked about division in boxing right now.
I'll fight anybody. Everybody know that. Avery fight anybody. I punched on everybody already. I went to camp with Teofimo Lopez. He gonna deny it to this day. But I punched on him. He know what happens, and I'm not ducking him. If he want to fight me, he can fight me. He say nobody call him out, but I'll fight him tomorrow. I fight Dev. He ducked me. They offered me a fight with him, and he fought the other guy. The other guy.
Cab driver.
Nah, what was the guy with the blonde hair that fight when they was gonna fight me, bro? Duck me. Everybody duck me. They always want to say people ducking them, but they really duck fighters. You know what I'm saying? They try to exploit other fighters and try to catch people coming up and pick the right fights for business. I give Teofimo respect because he's the only fighter now that fights like the old school and fights whoever. All these other guys picking opponents and all that, man, that's trash. Like, I don't like that. Messing up boxing.
Do you feel like it's the business or politics, or that these fighters are actually scared?
No, it's part both. You know, the matchmakers and the promoters invest in their fighter. They don't want to lose out on their investment, and also some of the guys don't believe in themselves to be like, yo, I don't care what you guys saying. I could beat them and persuade the promotional company to be like, yo, make this fight happen. Do this, do that. I mean, it's on both ends.
Your fight against Supernova, right? A lot of people saying you won. Do you feel like if you'd had more weeks to train, I know it was they called you what, 2 weeks?
3
10
weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah, I had 3 weeks.
Do you feel like if you had a full camp, you got?
I feel like the only aspect. I mean, if I had a little time, it would have been a lot better. I would have had a lot more energy to take over the fight. But I feel like I put 7 rounds in the bag. Before anything, the 8th round and maybe the 10th round, he controlled and took over. But every other round, I was in total control of the fight. He didn't know what to do. He was sitting there moving around, not punching. I had him frustrated through the whole fight. I know guaranteed I put 7 rounds in the bag. But, you know, the politics of boxing, he's up and coming fighter. You know, he got got a good background. His family owns a church and everything. All the politics around it, everything is all good. And I'm coming off the Ryan Garcia locked up and everything. So they're like, oh, yeah, let's give it to this kid. You know what I mean? So the politics of boxing definitely played a part of it. But, I mean, it is what it is. I know what I'm in for. And it won't happen again. That's for sure.
Now, that fight was at 130 or 135?
130.
130. And 135 is your natural weight?
Nah, my natural weight is 126. I can get down to 26, but nobody will fight me at 126, and that was the issue. That's why I have to take the fights like Nova and fights like Ryan Garcia, because nobody will fight me. Fights like Hank Lundy and stuff like that, because nobody at 130 or at 126 will fight me. I'm too strong. And I'm at 135, still dropping people and still strong at 135. So imagine if I went down to 126 and fought the likes of Gary Russell and Shakur Stevens, who just moved up, and them guys. Them guys are too small for me. That's why they wouldn't fight me. They know that.
Now, are you going to settle into one specific weight class, or are you just looking for the biggest fights?
Yeah, I want all smoke. You know what I'm saying? 160 and down, you can get it. Like old school back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real, like old school back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no weight classes. 160 and up, middleweight, and then you fight light heavyweight, then it's heavyweight.
I ain't
saying?
with that nigga going at 160.
I'm talking heavy, but like, yeah, basically, I mean, anywhere from 140 and down or 135, I mean, I could compete at anywhere from that. You know what I'm saying? Skills pay the bills.
Now, you have a date for the next fight?
Actually, I'm on standby for the Rolando Romero fight, January 23rd. Being as though I had issues with the Adorno fight when I was supposed to fight Adorno, so I'm taking this fight. I'm taking this opportunity right now to get back in the mix and all that. And after this, I mean, I should be back sometime March, scheduled to fight. I mean, whoever, but sometime in March I should be back, scheduled for a nice fight.
What's your thoughts on Rolly as a potential opponent?
He's a solid fighter. He has a good team behind him, but he makes a lot of amateur mistakes that I can exploit. His levels to the game. I believe he lost his last fight, and possibly could have lost the one before that. It gave him a fake belt to boost his morale up, so he's on his high horse. But we know how to take care of that.
Now, are you going in game planning for both fighters, being that you're the fill-in?
I'm not game planning for nobody. I'm working to be the best Avery Sparrow I can be, because I know my style is different, and I know my IQ is very, very high. So I don't train for anybody. I just go in there and fight my fight.
Is there anything that he brings to the table that will make it a difficult fight or a good fight?
The only thing that he brings to the table, he's with Floyd Mayweather in the politics. That's the only thing that's difficult. That's the only thing that I'm fighting. Floyd Mayweather's power. That's it. That's the only thing.
All right, so if you do fill in and you get in there with Rolly, what is your prediction? Decision?
I'm gonna walk him down and stop him. He makes too many mistakes. He try to roll and be like Floyd, and it ain't gonna work. We saw that with Broner when he tried to adapt the Floyd style, make down a drop thing, put him on his ass. And everybody tries to fight like Floyd, can't fight like Floyd. There's only one Floyd Mayweather. So yeah, it's good to practice and learn, but if you base your style off that, it's not gonna work.
All right, for everybody who counted Avery Sparrow out, what do you have to say to him?
I definitely can say I wasn't mentally focused, and I'm back now, mentally focused. I got my team back around me. I got everybody that's around me that cares about me and supports me. So mentally I'm back, physically I'm back. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be a different Avery plus Sparrow coming around.
Okay, thanks, Avery. I appreciate it.